Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Springfar Shikang master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this talk today on the art of coming home to your heart is focused on purpose. Now, purpose is something that helps your mind think more clearly. The energy in your body supports it. And then the distractions you might have around it kind of don't have as much power. So if I said right now, my purpose right now is to feed my hunger, so my purpose now is on this tangerine. Thinking about this or thinking about that, less important. Now that doesn't mean I have to tear into this tangerine right in this moment, but it's to recognize the purpose has a power to it. So I can always come back to it. Now I've got this talk to give, and then when this talk is over, I'm going to come back to this other purpose that I'm hungry. So then hunger is a different kind of a purpose. It's an activity. So what is your purpose for things? So purpose is often, thought of like a goal or an outcome or something that's measured or something that's achieved. Those are very important things. But purpose is often more of an inner thing, an internal thing. Something that you kind of always have a consciousness about doing. So it's a lot more about a consciousness in your heart than it is in your mind where you're achieving something. Like, I want to become this, or I want to do that, or I want to measure this, I want to see how successful I can be, I want to achieve. All those are very, very valuable things. But that's the kind of the work of the brain. And sometimes the brain can have an incredible amount of knowledge. It can fit some of that knowledge into categories and theories and concepts and plans. All those are also very good. But it's almost like you add the concept or the construct or the plan and then add after that for the purpose of. So I want to be a CEO in a company for the purpose of. I want to help my community for the purpose of. I want to feed my hunger, so to speak, for the purpose of. So always adding on to things that you might think about and wanting to do with that little last phrase or that inner life of what is your purpose. So in life there are so many activities you can be involved in. It may seem like right now in this current state of things that there's so many activities. It'll be the same next week and next year and 2 years. And, there's so many activities you can choose to do. I want to start a revolution. I want to stop a revolution. I want to live in a hospital. I want to help people in a hospital. There's so many things, activities you can do. I think I've given examples before about purpose. You can go to the grocery store. Everything in the grocery store is extremely valuable. But what's your purpose for being there? Otherwise, you'll come home with 30 bags of something you don't even use. It's still valuable, but you're not using it. So there's so many activities in life that you can be a part of. But the purpose, that inner purpose, really drives you, pushes you, directs you, guides you to the kind of the thing that is the most satisfying to you. So try to remember that phrase of, I'm doing this and doing that for the purpose of. So for me, a little bit, some of my 3 purposes in life is to teach, is to grow, is to develop my spiritual life. So then the activities I try to involve myself in, I try to run it through. Is this giving me the opportunity to teach, share information? Is this giving me an opportunity for me to grow? Or is this helping my spiritual life? So all those really can't be measured, but they can be, set in motion, set in direction. So a long, long time ago, I wanted to be kind. So I set that in motion. I want to be kind. I made decisions based on learning how to be kind. I wasn't always kind, and it's not always easy. But it's in my consciousness. So whenever anything comes up, how can I be kind? So even currently, the kindness inside me gets challenged by getting pulled into that, or pulled into that, or not liking this, or what about that? Oh, come back. I can always come back to what? The tangerine. I can always come back to the purpose of being kind, and then to teach, or to grow, and add my spiritual life. So, so take a look at your own sense of purpose. What is your purpose in life? The things you choose to do. For what purpose? Thank you for listening.